start with, would you like to introduce yourselves and your business?
Absolutely. So thank you first of all, Jan, for having us. It's an absolute pleasure to be involved in this interview. My name's Dawn. I'm the director of YesB VIP, and this is my gorgeous daughter Micha, who is the face of most of the brands, and her daughter. So we've got a family of 3 generations. Our Phoebe heads up the face of our little bee. We are a company that has worked with amazing manufacturers in the UK for products that encourage hair growth and hair repair. So that's what the brand is all about. We're vegan, we're eco, and we're all about hair repair. I've been in the industry as long as I can remember. I used to teach at Halton College, trained at Hugh Baird, Liverpool Community College, and I thought I would, one day like to own a brand that I really believed in and something that I developed myself. And when Micha had her little girl, you didn't have a very good time, did you? And I just thought, right, okay, we're going to put took our pension out early, me and hubby, and put our money into the brand, and here we are now.
She really has put everything into it, like everything. Like, I'm so proud of her. I don't know you're my mum, but I really am so proud of everything you've done. And you've created such an amazing brand and amazing products that actually do work, and I can't stress enough how much they do work. So I am really proud from the bottom of my heart. I really am.
Oh, you're
Isn't that lovely? She'll tell me I waffle. By the way, anyone who knows me or who I've taught, there's probably people who watch this interview who I've taught, they're all grown up. There's some that have got their own salons now. I'm so passionate, I waffle. So if you want me to shut up, please just tell me to be quiet, because I can't help myself. The brand, when I talk about, manufacturing the brands, Micha has also helped. She doesn't realise how much she's helped, because the brand is for everybody. I'm getting old now, and this is like Micha and Phoebe's legacy, but every single product is about hair issues that we've seen over the years. And also with Micha being involved, it makes sure that my generation, so the over 50, is accounted for. A lot of these products help with ladies that have got menopausal hair issues, or hair loss, or stress, or shock, or who are recovering from chemo. Micha has also then supported development of the brand, because people lose their hair for other reasons: excessive use of hair extensions, colouring, straighteners, wanding, things that her generation use. And then we've got like our Phoebe's generation, the baby's generation, where hair is fine, fragile, scalp issues, keeping it strong. We've got children that have had alopecia that we've helped. So the brand has been developed for absolutely everyone. And we're starting to, it took 3 years to get us where we are now. We didn't get it to market for 18 months because of the trials. We started off, I think, with 4 products initially, and now we're over 15, and we've got 2 more new products coming. We'll talk about where we're going with that later on in the interview, if you want, because I feel like I'm waffling again. Shut me up.
Well, can I just go back to the beginning? How do you prefer the brand to be known? Because I know, it can be sort of, I suppose, quite controversial. So now you've shortened it to YesB. So do you want YesB VIP or YesB? How do you prefer to be known?
So the company, we are a registered company, and it's called YesB VIP.
Right.
The logo itself, if you have a look at the logo, it's Yes Bitch, and it stands for Yes Bitch, we can beat this. And how that happened was, we were working with ladies who had lost their hair through chemo, or there were some ladies that had lost their hair, a couple of young girls that had lost their hair through domestic violence issues. And what we were doing was we were trying to empower the brands to say, look, we're here, we're united, we're a family. It's not just about having the products. We're known for the fragrance of the products, and the fragrances are there to empower. However, in the world of Google, in the world of Instagram and Facebook, and being politically correct, we felt that it would be unfair to branch the brands out, using the Yes Bitch. So the logo is there.
Because we don't want people to get the wrong end of the stick. At the end of the day, Yes Bitch it's quite a statement as a name within itself. And we have had a few people that have gone, oh bitch, and when we've explained the actual meaning behind it, people have then understood. But we've stripped it back just a little bit because we don't want to come across as something that we're not. So everything that we stand for is empowering for women 100%. So we wanted to voice that, but in the correct way, if you understand what I mean.
But also what happened was, when we developed Shake It Baby, Shake It Baby is this one, it's like our miracle repair in a bottle.
Everything in a bottle.
Everything. But what happened was, we put this product out, it was literally, this is our, if we're going to sell somebody a product that sort of like encompasses a lot of things, it was our Shake It Baby. And I got an email from a girl, it was a girl called Amy, who you'll see on our webpage. She absolutely loves our brand. And her niece, she sent me an email with a video of her niece using Shake It Baby. And she put, we need a smaller version. So I just put on Instagram, on one of the stories, saying, what do you think? We've been asked, and sent the girl was shaking the bigger bottle, but she couldn't squirt it because she was too little, Sophie. Yeah. So that was where we thought, okay, well, we'll do a little version. So we did the 100ml, which I can show you, which is like the Shake It Baby petite. And then we thought, well, we can't call them little bitches. Even though some of the mums have said to us, well, they actually are, and you've been a little bin in yours. So that's where, believe it or not, that's where Little B came from.
Right.
Yeah. So we had the bitches, the Little B's, and all of our ladies are VIPs. So we had Little B VIP, and we also adapted our uniform because we got asked to do a couple of charity events. We did one for Willowbrook Hospice, where we were, showcasing all glitter and stuff and raising money for them. And we've done a couple of things for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And we thought, we can't go to this event with the bitch logo, so we've got all the t-shirts that we call up for our Little B's, and we opened up a Little B VIP Instagram. And then from that, when we did the men's range, we thought, well, we don't know what to call them, so we just came up with our we had a few names, and we just came up with our Yes Lad range. So we can do lads for men for
Yeah, because we had venues, and so we've got Safety First, which is packed with natural proteins, and this is the one that encourages hair growth. Now, the ladies' version smells like champagne and strawberries, which is beautiful. But the men, we were finding that men were using it, and we found that it worked really, 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 really well for men who were losing the hair. And they were like, oh, it just smells a little bit too girly, and we were like, okay then, well, we'll come up with something and you can have your own, so we'll call you Yes Lad. We'll do a unique fragrance for you, and it just the men's range really went from there as well then, didn't it? But
absolutely,
it's fabulous. It smells beautiful as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. So going back in answer to your question, the company's called YesB VIP, and I think we have to be known as YesB VIP. But the logo was designed by a guy called Phil, who does tattoos. He's a local Widnes tattooist, and he is amazing. He can do tattoos on everyone, tattoos on scars. And what we've said is, we're not going to change the logo. No. Because it's a talking point. It's very classily done. If you can see the wording, this is our one of our Yes Lad products. The wording is done in the hair, and we still want to keep the empowerment, but on our new uniforms the logo stays as the Yes Bitch logo. It's on everything, but the company is YesB VIP. And I think it's opened other doors for us, because we've just had notification that as part of an application through the Great British Exchange that we are allowed to go into John Lewis's, and we go in on the 28th of June. It's a fantastic opportunity for us. We applied last year and were rejected, and I think that we weren't ready. But I also think as well that having the YesB, it has opened other doors. But what we're doing as well, every one of our products has sassy names. So we've got our Shake It Baby, we've got Replenish Me, Look After Me, Pamper Me, Indulge With Me, Protect Me. So smooth. Yeah, we do have This Bee Is Glowing for one of our, but because we had to. So one of our customers suggested that for we've got a vegan tan as well. So the names are we're quite sassy, and you know, we're quite a, I don't know, we're quite a dynamic, umpy team that.
We like a bit of sass.
Yeah, you've got to have a bit of sass. And also,
like,
you know,
sass. We are sassy ladies ourselves, so we have to throw just a little sprinkle of us in there.
Absolutely. And it also shows that, you know, you can have a little bit of sass and have fun, and, you know, life is too short, as we've just seen with COVID, at any age.
It is.
You know, and I've got no intentions of growing old gracefully. So.
I'm not letting you.
I was going to say, this bee ain't going.
So going back to the whole John Lewis thing, so that's the big store in Liverpool, isn't it? It's the
No, we're actually going into the Trafford Centre.
Right.
Yeah, which is bigger football.
Bigger.
So we applied as part of it's a Great British Exchange project. And what they do is they look at businesses, UK businesses, and look at things that are different. We were approached by a brand rep and said that your products are really, really good. They looked at the feedback on our webpage. You know, we've got a 97% return purchase rate on some of our products, which is so high.
Everyone loves shampoo. And safety first, mostly. Everyone just loves it.
Absolutely. We haven't got you know, on our Instagram, if you look, we've got 1,500 or just under 1,500 followers. We need a few more, but they are people who have used the brand and who come back and buy repeatedly. You know, the products last a long time, so if you were to, so for instance, I'll Shake It Baby, you're going to get at least 5 months out of this bottle unless you're drinking it, which is what
people do use it as perfume because of the fragrance, because it smells so nice, because everyone says, oh, what's that perfume? And it's generally not perfume,
it's the hair products.
But we were approached and to apply, and this was last year. So being hands on heart, being honest, I don't think that we were ready. My application wasn't as strong as it could have been, and I don't think that we had the brand right, because lockdown, believe it or not, has, even though it was so hard for us, because I'll talk about the Makers Market and how we're getting the brand out there. Lockdown gave us the opportunity to develop the kids range and the men's range further, so we developed them and we launched them. And we're able to take them out to a couple of essential markets, because we're with the Makers Market and also Independent Street Market, to get the brand out there. But when John Lewis had a look at us, as I say, they rejected us, and part of me, I was gutted, but I'm glad that they did, because where we are now, 18 months down the road, we're such a strong brand that we know. People talk to us and people are saying to us, you're going to do well, your brand is amazing, you're going to do well, your products are amazing. We don't get any complaints about touchwood. We don't get any complaints about the product at all. I think in the whole time, we've had one girl who we did some products that don't have any fragrances in, because there are a couple of ladies that just don't like fragrance. So
kicked off my things as well. So we do get special mixes for them, so with no fragrance.
With no fragrance. And one lady, we'd actually given her a bottle of Shake It Baby without the fragrance by mistake, and we replaced that, and she's still buying from us now. And I think that's all we've had, other than, can we do more? Can you do, people are asking us to venture it more into the beauty side of things, and we've said that's not where we want to go. We are doing an eyelash serum, which I'll talk to you about a bit more. But in answer to your question, so we applied, and I got an email saying you've been provisionally approved, which you can imagine, I'm on the phone to me, she's going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Then they said, we want some more information from you. So I'm thinking, oh god. But during lockdown, we'd also had some professional photographs taken of the brand, of you holding the brand, of Phoebe holding the brand. We've got a guy called Dean who heads up our men's range, and we were lucky because his girlfriend had grew up with us and only lives next door, so she was in our bubble, and she's a photographer. So Helen, who you'll see doing some of our TikToks for us, we're again, they're part of our family, so we were able to do those photographs. And
definitely definitely is a family.
And we put it in, yeah, the application went in as more of this is who we are. We're from Widnes, you know, we're a 3rd generation. The products are amazing. And we also had a whole plethora of feedback, which, you know, we were able to share. And so they asked, yeah, for more information and said, yeah, you're approved. And they said, we now need to go to store and wait for store approval. And store approval came back as, yeah, they're happy to have us in. So we're going on the 28th of June. And initially we were supposed to be going in just for a week. Well, they've already asked us to do another week. So we're in 28th of June. And we're also then back in, I think it is the 2nd or 6th of August, we're back in again. Yeah, so what they'll do is they'll have a look at us, they'll have a look at the brand, they'll have a look at sales. And if we do really, really well, which I'm praying that we will, you know, just to be able to go in there, you know, we're representing John Lewis as well as us, but just to be able to go in there, it's a fantastic opportunity for us. And I'm sure that when people that see us and see our passion and see the brands, I think we'll do well. If we do well, there is a strong possibility that they could offer us more options to stay in the store longer term, and that's our vision.
Brilliant.
But just to even get to this stage is just a massive. I think it's a massive achievement for us.
Absolutely huge, isn't it?
Fingers crossed.
They're very, very crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Everything. So you said, I mean, do you stock your product anywhere else? So is that something that you do?
Yeah, what we do is, so we go every single weekend, we are out and about with the Makers Market. And we also
an amazing band.
Yeah, the Makers Market are amazing. And we're also with another company, Independent Street, that look after a couple of local markets as well. And the reason we're out and about with them, one, is to get our brand shown, and we feel that if we're out there letting people try the you know, shake a baby, we talk about that all the time, but it repairs in front of your eyes. And once someone trusts that one product, then they'll trust another. Like everything, it's like, how I look at it is like, and I could go on about the science behind it, you know, and how I look at it is, if you're growing a flower and you're planting that seed in the ground, you want that flower to grow. You use amazing soil, you feed it, you water it, you make sure that you've got all those natural ingredients, plus that sunlight, you know, vitamins, minerals, everything to make that plant grow. Some plants grow brilliantly, some plants we neglect and they don't last very long. But that's what our products are like. They're all natural ingredients that go into your scalp, into your hair. Some go inside the follicle, some work on the outside of the follicle, but it's their natural hair feed. But they're designed to help and repair. And what we found is, once someone's used one product, from the minute that you look at your hair and you wash your hair, you know, our shampoos are all repairing, feeding, detangling, strengthening, every single thing on the brands works. And what we've done is we've designed a quiz, because the products are vegan, these are some of our shampoos, because the products, our packaging is eco, the products are really high end, so a tiny little bit goes a long way. Yeah. So if you're, you know, some people will buy a bottle from the supermarket and the bottle will be, a shampoo will be gone in a week to 2 weeks. Yeah. You know, you're looking at 4 or 5 times the amount of time, because you only need a tiny little bit. But what we try and do is advise people what they need, not what they think that they need, because we want our customers to come back and be with us long term. And over time, you know, your hair changes, so your products are going to change with what you need. But we like, if you only need shampoo and you don't need a conditioner, we won't sell you a conditioner. No, because we're not here to waste your money. We're here to give you a really high-end product that you're going to see the results from. And I think that's why getting out and about is saying to people, look, this is the brand. We have live chat on our webpage, so people, on our Instagram, so people can ask questions. We've done a quiz so people can have a look, and we can suggest sort of what products they want.
Because it's about hair types, really. So you have to have really fine hair. So if you put too much product on your hair, it'll weigh your hair down, and that's not what we want. We want to have volume, and we want to make it feel like you have got hair to play with. And some people have really, really thick hair, but it's really coarse or it's really dry. And then we've got like a different shampoo. So we've got a shampoo and conditioner for fine hair, and then we've got a shampoo and conditioner for really thick or dry hair that just needs some extra love and attention to. So that's why we done the quiz, in order for people to go, right, oh, what shampoo and conditioner do we need? Do we get that one or that one? So the quiz tells you exactly what you'll need, which is good.
So it's more like you've got your quiz on your website and you talk to people at your makers markets.
Yeah,
so,
and also as well, sorry to
in actual shops, for example. I mean, could you
so we have a salon in Crosby Leisure Centre that stocks us. We have an amazing salon. I have to plug her, Rebecca Christina in Warrington. You need to get her on to do an interview because she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing, and she stocks us. And she met us at the Makers Market.
Right.
She's vegan as well.
And
so that's why she loved us so much, because the second we said we're vegan, because it's not really that popular for vegan hair products. And the second we said we were vegan and everything was like eco-friendly, she was like, right, I love you, so I want to try yours. Yeah. And she's never left us, and now she stocks us as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, but she's a vegan salon with vegan colour, and you know, being vegan is, some people think that you know that you're a bit weird if you're vegan. It's like, none of our products are tested on animals. All of the product sources are natural. 100%. Everything is designed, you know, everything is designed with care and to be healthy, and using, there is no damage whatsoever in any of the products, 100% botanical.
It's like when you get shampoos and conditioners and they've got so many chemicals in that, is actually more damaging for your hair than anything. Well, and you're buying these products and it's awful, because you don't want to wreck your hair. Like your hair is like the first thing that people look at you for, and it's on the top of your head, and it's so important. And especially when you lose it, which I've lost my hair, so I understand what it's like. It's not a nice feeling. And I remember being prescribed these, it was like a cream and a gel for my head, and it smelled like plastic. It was disgusting. It didn't feel comfortable. It didn't work at all. And I was just spending so much money trying to find something that worked. And these are amazing for price for the start, and really do the job, and they smell amazing, and they don't feel sticky, they don't feel uncomfortable, they don't burn, they're all natural. There's no harsh chemicals in that can cause more damage, which is the most important thing, I think, anyway. So that's nice as well.
Also as well, we're really popular in with a couple of salons in Liverpool, but they are Brazilian salons. So
right,
the Brazilian blow dry is based on, I go back to old fashioned hairdressing. It's basically perming but straightening.
Right.
But the difference is, it's like a chemical straightening, but when we used to do it, we'd use perm lotion and talcum powder. It was funny, we were talking about that the other day, because the lanolin in the talcum powder would help repair, but now they use a chemical and straighteners, and I'm like, oh. However, we have miracle mask, we have our repairing argan oil, and our hair mask, and our Shake It Baby, which helps. And a girl called Adrena actually used the brand and was like, can I recommend it to my customers? Said absolutely, but she asked if we would adapt the website so that, because a lot of her clients are Brazilian and don't speak English, so we've then gone and made sure that our web page and everything on there is multilingual as well, so you can select your language and it automatically translates for you.
Yeah.
So that, you know, we're really popular there, and we also have some children that we're going to be showing some photographs on our webpage later on in the year. What we don't want to do is go, well, this is a child that's lost their hair and now it's back. But we have those success stories, and I've got one amazing mum whose little boy, she bought some products for herself. Her little boy hadn't had any hair, and she used our products on him, didn't it? She used loads, didn't expect it to work. And she'd been under the hospital, was supposed to be having immunotherapy and injections, and his hair's come back. Wow. And when you see the pictures, it's like, that says to me, I've done what I've wanted to do. 100%. Just helping that one little boy. And when you see the pictures, we're just waiting for it to come back a bit more. But not only has his hair come back, yeah, it's got his melanin, it's got his natural pigment and his natural colour, which says to me, it's going to have longevity. It's all by basically feeding his hair with the safety first, which is packed full of proteins, packed full, or it's literally transformed his life. And we've got success stories where that's what we were about, transforming people's life and making them feel good. And I say, when we show this little boy's journey, it's going to be amazing. And I know that will impact on sales, but I want people, we haven't sold the brand like that. We'd say, you know, try it, tell us what you think. And every single product on the range has evolved based on customer feedback and what they want. And yes, this works. And, you know, again, from the men's range, the shampoo and even the styling clay is helping receding hairlines, patches. You know, we've got guys that we work with that are just beaming about the products, aren't they?
Yeah.
See, I told you I waffle.
No. So I'm just because I mentioned it didn't I, when we first spoke a few days ago? Because when you said, "Oh, I'm really interested in doing this," and I went, "Oh my God, glitter and pink, petrified, so not, you know, I'm not your market." And then you went, "Oh yeah, heard of her, menopause," and I'm going, "Oh, well, actually, yes, I am." Because I'm at that stage where my hair's literally coming out in clumps and it's really, really thin. And I wouldn't have even associated, because I just see pink and glitter, absolutely gorgeous women. And it's like, I'm up to elbows in compost and rotten nails. And because that's what I do. But no, I'll certainly be having a go at you. Well, whatever one you recommend for menopausal women with no hair. So
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm really struggling at the moment. You know,
she is.
I am. My flushes are not good.
She's
Again,
like a wet toad.
Thanks.
1 minute she's like really soaking, like sweating, but like really cold, and you touch her, but she's cold and she's wet.
What you don't realise is that's had an impact. So that's had an impact on my hair. You know, I've started it's gone a little bit thinner, hygroscopic. So when you know what it's like, that when you become that age and you start flushing, you don't just flush on your body. Your hair gets absolutely soaked. It goes.
That's it.
You know, it goes absolutely
that's from your toes. And you just everything.
Like this morning, I said to Micha, I said, I'm sick of getting in the shower and get out, and then within 10 minutes I'm bloody wet again. So with Shaker Baby, good. Yeah, I've got Shaker Baby on this morning. I should have shown, shouldn't I? I should have left one side, and we should have done a demonstration of what menopause does to your hair and how Shaker Baby will help. Because as I say, it helps keep it down, keep it straight. If you're out in work and you're having a flush, there's nothing worse if your hair goes whoosh. So you know, we've got stuff there.
Well, mine's always scrubbed back and tied back, so you don't see my hair. So yeah, it's just the you know, the coming out, it literally comes out in clumps.
Yeah. That's all. Get you on some safety first.
Safety first, but that's all down to your hormones. Because what happens is, and again, this is why I don't know whether you've read in the news that COVID is making people lose their hair. And what it is, your body hair is not an essential item. In your bodies, you know, your heart, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, everything, you know, that's your number one priority in your brain's, you know, mind. Hair and nails and everything isn't. What happens is all of the natural vitamins and minerals that are, as I said, you know, remember your natural plant feed doesn't go to those organs. So again, if you're having any sort of like physical treatment, that's why you lose your hair, because all of your I call it your polypeptide chains and all of your proteins and enzymes that you need for your hair to be strong and grow don't. And it's like, if people are poorly, what's the first thing? The hair. But mentally, that's the worst thing for somebody who's poorly, because if they're looking at the mirror and they don't like themselves, or they're feeling that there's no other sensation to tell you about when you lose your hair. You hold your hair and it's coming out. Yeah. You know, regardless of what age you are, or regardless of how that cause is. You know, and even we were talking about, you know, domestic violence charity that you know, people losing their hair through violence, it's a horrible, nasty thing. So what we've done is, especially the Safety First, has all of the natural feeds. It's like a you know, a plant feed really for your hair. As long as you've got some natural enzymes in there, these will latch on and they'll multiply and multiply and multiply and make your hair strong. It's it's basically like, what's that plant food? Is it Baby Bio?
Baby Bio, was it?
Plant food. Is it Baby Bio? I used to put it in. It's like a miracle grow. Well, this is what it is. It's a miracle. It's a miracle grow for your hair. Something like that. And we call our shaker baby a miracle in a bottle, because that's a repairing on the outside. Because this is what's funny, is you can feed on the inside, but if you're not looking on the outside, especially if you're using hairdryers, straighteners, wands, and men are using, I've seen so many men now there wrecking their hair from using straighteners.
And like a lot of men are having perms lately, and it's not very good for your hair at all. But they've been using safety first.
Yeah.
Well, yes, lad, safety first, and it's done wonders, hasn't it, already?
Absolutely.
Already, like the pictures, like, which is what we always say to people every time we recommend the product. We always say, please keep in touch and let us know how you get on. So if you follow us on Instagram, we can see their journey as well. So we can also encourage, like, let's just say one thing isn't working, then we can try something else. But 9 times out of 10, everything's been perfect, and the pictures of the journeys so far that we're coming across, or even visually seeing people that we haven't seen in a couple of months because the bottles lasted a couple of months, and then they've come back and they're like, we need more, and the difference from then to then is astronomical. It's crazy, isn't it?
Absolutely.
How much of a difference it's made.
That's
all in the best way as well.
But based on that, what we've decided to do is we've got the hair range now other than a dry shampoo, because we've been at people hounding us for do a dry shampoo. Can you do a dry shampoo? Can you do a dry shampoo?
We've got everything else.
So that will be coming out. That's called Give It Some Oomph, because that's what dry shampoo does, give it some oomph. So that will be with us hopefully hopefully we'll have that ready for when we go into John Lewis's. And the other product, and the only beauty product that we're going to do, we do our vegan tan. The only reason that we've got the vegan tan is because when Micha was at home, I was so sick of false tan being on her bedding. I always said, if I got the chance to do a tan that doesn't come off and doesn't go anywhere and doesn't smell. So we did that, and we did that because of the name. We thought we had to have our own tan. But the other beauty product that we're doing is an eyebrow and eyelash serum. Now, some companies are selling the product in, so one for eyebrows and one for eyelashes. Ours is one product that does for both, and it's called Wink Wink. Okay. And it will, Wink Wink, and it will double your eyelashes and your eyebrows in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks we're seeing results, and we're just finishing off the final packaging designs, and that should be here within the next 3 to 4 weeks.
It's so popular now for everyone. Like, the one, like, really full fluffy brows, and I have to draw mine on because I haven't got them. Well, so it'd be lovely to just be able to have some nice fluffy brows, because I can't grow my eyebrows.
No, neither can I. And that's one thing of menopause, ladies. Eyelashes, more eyelashes. Yeah. And I've noticed with mine. Mine have gone really, really thin, and definitely. When you see my journey, I'm going to do a before and after as well. But already through the trials, you can see that mine are a lot better than what they were before. But again, all vegan, all eco, and will be available hopefully within the next 4 weeks.
Wow. Well, we're hitting our half hour, and it goes nowhere.
Oh my God, that's gone quick.
I can sit and just listen to you.
Just to let you know, we've got local courier as well in the area. So if you order online, we've put all of our couriers in pink high-vis so that
you will see them
for safety reasons. So anyone who wants it delivered to their door, you know that you're safe.
Well, I was going to ask you about your pink couriers. So is that just in Widnes?
Sorry,
just in Widnes, your pink courier?
We do Widnes, Warrington, St Helens, Liverpool, Wales, some parts of Wales. Right. Just on the parameter. But we can get some over to Wales as well by going through the tunnel. Right.
Okay. So you don't hit the bridge and do Runcorn.
Oh yeah, we do Runcorn. Absolutely. Widnes, Warrington, Runcorn, St Helens, all around, and a bit further afield if we need to. If we've got orders, we'll deliver anywhere. But if not, we use first class Royal Mail sign. Or we can ship internationally, or if you watch us on our pages, you can see where we are at the Makers Market, and we're at everywhere
Well, that was
Kegel, Sandbach, everywhere.
Preston.
yeah.
Everywhere.
Like, so this weekend we're in Great Sankey, we're at Warrington Town, Great Sankey and Warrington Town Centre.
Fab. So where can people find you online? I will get all your links together and put them in the show notes as well. But if you tell people where they can contact you online, where's the best place to find you? Is it on Instagram?
Yeah,
or
so
Facebook
on our webpage, www.YesBVIP.com, that takes you straight to our e-shop. We've got our Facebook,
Facebook shop, and
Facebook
Instagram shop
is
as well. So it's just a swipe up. So if you click on a product and swipe up, it'll come up as a swipe up, so you can purchase via Instagram and Facebook as well.
But our Facebook is YesB and little b VIP. So we put that because on our Facebook page, we are adding pictures of some of our little bees who send pictures in. When we're out and about on the store, we also have an accessories range as well. We're doing some festivals in the summer, so we've got a festival glam collection, just basically some accessories which will give people something to look at. You know, having a hair brand, not everyone will come over straight away, but if you've got loads of bling headbands, which we've got bandanas and all kinds of accessories, it gets people over. And then we have to have a little bit of sparkle and a little bit of bling.
It doesn't love a little bit of bling.
Yeah, but that then, like what one lady said to me at the weekend, she said, I'm not really clear that yours is a hair repair brand. I've read your leaflet and I want to know how it works. I said, well, what made you come over? She said, well, I saw those sparkly headbands. I said, well, it worked then because you've come over and we've been able to talk to you about the brand.
Yeah.
Because if you say hair repair and vegan, a lot of people will walk away. So we're trying to get people to come over by visuals. That's why we're always in uniform. Always in uniform, and trying to show people that we are, a high-end brand, that we and also we're people that care about people. That's what we're different. We're not just products on a shelf. We listen to people, and the brand has been developed around people's issues because we really care. Yeah, we're not just plucked a shampoo or a conditioner for the sake of it. Every single product has a meaning and because we want to make a difference.
Oh, that's brilliant. So
yeah,
if we wrap it up for now, and you don't just get one, so I'm sure we'll be back talking to each other, perhaps after you've done your John Lewis, and you can let us know how it went and how fabulous you were. So thank you very much. I can't thank you enough for coming on today, and I'll get this edited and back out as soon as I can. So thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon. So
thank you so much, and thanks for having us.
Bye.
Bye.